Over in the pages of Marvel Comics X-Men, the anti-mutant group known as Orchis recently launched a devastating and multi-pronged attack over on the X-Men, extending to their annual Hellfire Gala. To make matters even more complicated, another X-Men antagonist, Captain Krakoa, recently attacked the US government. With so many assaults over from Orchis, it looks like Marvel is looking to revive their Uncanny Avengers concept to meld together Avengers and X-Men in the wake of FallofX. My name is Arako Braddock, and today, let's go ahead and take a look at the brand new Uncanny Avengers to see if the mutants and Avengers are able to team up to battle Orchis. But before we get deeper into the video, I want to encourage you to consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button over on our video. The FallofX calls for the return for the Avengers Unity Squad. Innocent people and world leaders are dead after simultaneous attacks on the US and Krakoan governments. And that means one thing: it's time for a new squad of Avengers. False flag attacks meant to whip up anti-mutant hysteria are unfolding. And hey, some of Steve Rogers' best friends are mutants. Your new Unity Squad is Captain America, Rogue, Deadpool, Quicksilver, Psylocke, and Monet. They must solve the mystery of who the new murderous Captain Krakoa is and stop his team of killers from igniting the fires of a new world war. Plus, a bonus page written by Jonathan Hickman. Who are the gods? So Uncanny Avengers 1 is written over from Gerry Duggan, featuring a Gods page written from Jonathan Hickman, art from Javier Garron, we have colors from Morry Hollowell, letters from VC's Travis Lanham, design from Tom Muller and Jay Bowen. And here's a look over at Javier Garron and Morry Hollowell's excellent cover for Uncanny Avengers, teasing our new roster with the team here. We can see that we have Quicksilver, Rogue, Deadpool, Monet, Psylocke, and Captain America. I think this is a really intriguing lineup, especially due to the fact that FallofX has changed the landscape for the mutants and within some of the aspects of the Avengers as well here. I want to extend a quick thank you to Adventures in Poor Taste for posting some of these preview pages so fast. And let's go ahead and take a look at Javier Garin'S art over in Uncanny Avengers #1. I thought his line was incredibly dynamic, and I think that some of the composition that Garrin lent to the various characters throughout the issue really captured so much characterization from the figures. To make matters even more interesting, I think some of the expressions that Garrin lends over to the various characters are really animated as well. Also, the composition of the page coming in from Garrin is quite dynamic and beautiful in the issue. This was also a really fun element of Uncanny Avengers 2 because it introduced Psylocke. And I love it when we have character reveals that are a little bit more interesting and dynamic than what you usually see in an issue. The way that Psylocke is kind of draped over in this cloak and then introduced on this preview page is just absolutely bold here. The opening sequence started the issue off with just the right tone here as MODOK and Dr. Stasis were sort of scheming around the X-Men and looking to maybe wake up a member of Orchis or somebody who opposes the X-Men. Dr. Stasis gave a speech here that was just so interesting and fleshed out some of the motivations and commentary over for Krakoa. And I think watching Ben Urich explain FallofX and also paint some of the animosity between the humans and mutants also plays into some of the greater themes within the issue. This issue also brings together a team of mutants with the Mutant Liberation Front in a really fascinating context. I thought the conversation between Captain Krakoa and the Fenris twins was really foreboding within this chapter and brought out a darker side of Javier Garin'S art that I was really happy to see captured over in this context. And I'm really perplexed with just how many panels Garrin is able to squeeze within some of these pages. I think it really helps capture the nuance of two characters interacting with each other with so much complex emotion. Seeing Uncanny Avengers #1 tie into some of the plot threads with the main X-Men series featuring the Underground Avengers was another really fun way that a lot of these books feel really cohesive over in this context. And I thought it was really interesting that we got the kind of first glimpse over at our battle between the Mutant Liberation Front and our Uncanny Avengers within the context of this debut story here too. So at the end of the day here, I think this chapter of Uncanny Avengers has been an absolute thrill to read. I think Marvel did a great job using FallofX as the backdrop to create a new Unity squad over with the Avengers and X-Men. Seeing this team come together in the wake of FallofX and battle the Mutant Liberation Front was really thrilling here. Love how Marvel continues to tease the identity of Captain Krakoa, and I thought that some of these sequences with the Fenris twins were so dark that it managed to capture so much kind of nuance over in the title. Javier Garin'S artwork is so expressive. It manages to make Gerry Duggan's fun scripts really come alive here. I think particularly in the opening sequence, the way that Garron was able to characterize Dr. Stasis through some of his motions and behaviors was just absolutely mesmerizing and was able to really immerse me in the issue. I want to know from you, are you as big of a fan of this Uncanny Avengers #1 launch as I am? What are some of your thoughts on this new context with the Uncanny Avengers battling Orcus? I want to know from you. Thanks so much for coming to check out our review covering Uncanny Avengers issue 1. And we'll be back for more FallofX and to see what these sort of next revelations are over with Captain Krakoa. Thanks so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.